Skin Hardaway, Southern T, and I'm back. And this morning I'm here to talk about, a very interesting subject, but I think it's more so interesting to me for a different reason than it might be interesting to some or even most. At this point, I'm feeling like, but Tyson Fury versus AJ Wilder. I say Tyson Fury versus AJ Wilder. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. AJ. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we've been hearing for at least a month. Shakur Stevenson fought Clary in December, like December 12th or some shit like that. And I don't even believe that's the first time, but I just, off the top of my mind, that's the most recent time that I remember uh, hearing on ESPN that AJ Fury was in negotiations or was agreed, they agreed in terms or the Tyson Fury AJ fight is really close. They always, you know how Eddie Hearn like to talk. Eddie Hearn always saying, "Yeah, we real close. We real close." It's it's made pretty much. It's pretty much made. It's done for the most part. And one thing I figured out about Eddie Hearn's a slick talking motherfucker. uh Eddie Hearn's one of them dudes where you gotta pay attention to every word he says. Because with a guy like with a smooth talking guy like Eddie Hearn, every word he says matters for major reasons because he says one thing means another, but it's always a word in there that'll let you know what's really going on, and that's when any guy, that's when anybody who's a slick talker, smooth talker, or lawyer, anything like that, a rapper, a promoter, anything smooth talkers, you got to really pay attention to what they say. People who's good with words, you got to really pay attention to what they say because they try to, not necessarily deceive you, but they, they're in it for their own best interest. You know what I mean? So December, December being December being the most recent time that I remember, but I think it goes even past, last December in Shakur fight. But I know for sure that I heard those guys say that they were, in negotiations for a Tyson Fury AJ fight, right? Okay. December, January, February. So let's say it's been anywhere from 2 to 3 months that they have agreed on this fight, and they agreed on this fight, been in negotiations, and it's been going well. Let them tell it. 3 months, we don't have a venue for this fight. We don't know if this fight is going to have fans or not. You know what I mean? So if this fight is so close to being finished, if it's so easy to make, if it's the fight everybody wants to see and all that, why haven't we been getting any info on, where we need to go see this event? You know what I mean? And they saying that they want to do it in the UK and all that, but they can't do it in the UK. And I'm going to tell you why. Because some of you might not know this, but Tyson Fury is not legally allowed to box in the UK. Legally, Tyson Fury can't box in the UK right now. I don't know what's going to happen later, but right now, Tyson Fury can't box in the UK. So the fight has to happen in America. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, why haven't we got any info on where this fight going to be? Why they haven't been doing any promotion for this fight? If it's so close, if a fight is close, that means you can start promoting the fight. To get people going. And the thing that they want to tell you is this fight doesn't need promotion and all that. It doesn't need promotion. This is the biggest fight in boxing and all that. Fury and AJ might not even be the fifth biggest fight in boxing, to be real with you. But anyway, they're constantly saying, they've been saying for 2 to 3 months that this fight is so close to being made, so close to being made, so close to being made. Well, why haven't it been made yet? I'm going to tell you why. Because legally, again, Tyson Fury can't sign to fight AJ. You see, they say words like agreed, and, they say words, they never say signed. They're never saying that the fight has been signed, that the fight has been made. They say that the fight has been agreed in principle, that both sides agreed to all terms, that both sides are really close. They're just working out, the last details, and there's a lot of bullshit. So you gotta pay attention to the words they're saying. They never said the fight's been signed. They just said negotiating and agreed to. Like, that's verbal stuff. And have you ever heard AJ say that Fury was going to be his next fight, or that Fury's on his radar? AJ says it's about the belt, not the band with the belt. AJ saying that he don't care who has the belt. And if it was really going to be Fury, AJ say, I want Fury. I want Fury. If Fury's the WBC, if Fury is the WBC champion, right? So why isn't AJ saying, why isn't he coming on now saying, I want Fury? I want Fury. Why is AJ saying it's not about the man, it's about whoever has the belt? Fury has the belt, right? So why don't you just say Fury? Fury don't have a fight coming up. Fury only talk is about you, AJ. And AJ is not even, saying that he's fighting Fury next. AJ is not even promoting that fight, that Fury fight. Because AJ know what's up too. Legally, Fury can't sign or fight AJ right now, because Fury got to deal with this Deontay Wilder situation in their third fight. And I know y'all so sick of Wilder, so sick of the Wilder talk. I know it kills you to hear anything about Deontay fucking Wilder, and I truly don't give a fuck. Tyson Fury has to fight that man. That's why the AJ fight hasn't happened yet. That's why you don't hear AJ all excited about a unification, because he don't know who he fighting yet. You know what I mean? He don't know what's going on. Y'all listen to Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn and Bob and all them people. Y'all doing it because y'all want to believe them people. Y'all want Tyson Fury to be scat-free. Y'all want Wilder to go away. But that's not the case. Now, I don't even know, speaking of case, I don't even know how this case gonna go. I don't know if Wilder go win or not. But what I do know is, right now, as of today, that AJ Fury fight is not going to happen, because Fury still has legal stuff to deal with this Deontay Wilder situation in that third fight, and him trying to get out of the third fight, using the COVID excuse, and Deontay Wilder being the racist as an excuse to try to get out the third fight. That might be disheartening to some, but they're just real. Like everything I told you, they have never said that they have signed for that fight. The words are always negotiating and agreed. They say agreed, so you could think that means sign. Agreement can be verbal. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go out this weekend and get some drinks this Friday. I bet, fool. Hit me up. I verbally agreed that we going out for drinks Friday. Does shit always happen the way like that? Does shit always happen the way that you plan it? No. And I myself believe that Fury in the end is going to have to fight Wilder. And I believe AJ believes in the end Fury is going to have to fight Wilder or drop the belt, which is why AJ won't sign that contract yet, because I'm under the impression that as soon as, because Fury is not a good person. Like Fury history, Fury just cheating history just in general. And I'm gonna do Southern Tea on Fury's cheating history after I finish making this video. But yeah, Fury is is not an honest guy. You know what I mean? And I think AJ knows that. So he's not going to put anything in ink, because I think AJ believes as soon as Fury signs that 2-fight deal with AJ, he gonna drop that WBC belt, get out of that legal situation, and then go fight AJ, because he already signed, and AJ has to fight him because they signed for a 2-fight deal already. You know what I mean? So I think AJ playing this smart too, by holding on and seeing what's going on, by saying it's not about the person, it's about the belt. So whoever has the belt, that's who AJ says he's going to fight. So that means that we will begin Deontay Wilder versus AJ if Tyson Fury can't weasel his way, out of the situation that he's in. But mainly, this video was for me to let people know, like, pay attention to Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn when these guys talk, and Bob Arum when these guys talk, especially about this Fury and AJ fight, because they really running everybody, all us, all y'all mostly, because I don't believe the shit. They really running all y'all, all us in circles with this shit. Because legally, right now, that fight can't happen. But that's all I got. Skinny Hardaway, Southern Tea. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. And I'm out. Love.